You guys were right. Bilbo is here, but Bilbo was in a box, so you can't really see him. But you guys were technically correct. The poll was 93% said yes, Bilbo appearance. He is here, but he's also still kind of technically hiding. So it's like he's here, but he's also kind of not. He's technically, though. Anyway, hi guys, welcome to live stream. Hope you're doing good. Tonight it's another live stream. See, I am actually the #1 political streamer, and so that's why tonight I'm not gonna sit here and pretend to play video games because I'm just too good for that. I only really care about you know, politics, social justice. I'm a bit of a SJW now. If you guys didn't know, I'm actually woke. So I thought we'd sit here for the next several hours and talk, because that's what women do, you know? What do women do besides the app? Anyway, hi guys. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're doing good. Oh my gosh, there's been so much stuff happening the past couple of, well, I guess the past couple of weeks. I don't want to quite say a month yet, but we're getting there, unfortunately. The Visa Mastercard situation's been going on for a few weeks, all the censorship. We obviously knew like months and months in advance that it was going to be happening around this time, but I feel like a lot of people just kind of forgot about that. So we're going to be talking, of course, about Visa, Mastercard, collective shout. So just another day that ends with a Y at this point. We have a couple of quick hit topics like the Remedy game, FBC Firebreak, which came out. It was a complete failure, being a completely just dead game already, and it's only been out for, I want to say, like a month and a half, maybe 2 months max. So we're going to be talking about that. Of course, a topic on everybody's mind is the YouTube ID system, and I guess not even specifically just like YouTube, but a lot of companies requiring identification if they think that you're a child. Also, if you're a child, leave this stream or say hello so I can ban you, because this is not a place for children. We've got the Intergalactic actress attacking gamers again. Not that that's particularly shocking, given this is her 4th time doing so. I want to say right around there. Gotta love it. You just have to love when people don't learn from their mistakes. You would have thought that initially it wasn't even just her, but it was Naughty Dog and Tati Gabrielle got kind of wrecked for the Intergalactic initial teaser. It wasn't even a full trailer. And she came out and of course she said we're all racists, bigots, sexists, yada yada, normal internet attack at this point. But you'd think that after that, she would have learned better. She would have been like, okay, well, I do kind of want this game to make money. And now she's just kind of doubling down, saying it doesn't matter what I say because people will still buy this product, which is such a brain dead take. It is insane. It's always so funny to me when people don't know the they don't know the internet culture or the internet backlash and how intense it can be, but also just general respect. Like, I get that she might be a little bit bothered by what some people had said about her, and that's fine, right? It's her opinion, it's her take. If she wants to be a fucking sensitive snowflake, it is what it is. But she needs to realize that Naughty Dog, the last game that they made was already massively disliked by people, and I don't know, I haven't seen her in that many things, but the 3 things I've seen her in, she wasn't that good. And it's like that this backlash has been intensified now because people were wrecking her for the Mortal Kombat movie. So it's like she's just overly offended by any comment that anyone makes about her at this point, which I feel like when you're a social media, either like influencer or you're an actor, you're just like a public figure, you probably should learn how to manage your emotions, right? Maybe get a therapist, because you have a product, right, that's being made with hundreds of millions of dollars. It needs to make money. And if you attack everybody, it's not going to. Really, really stupid. Anyway, Drew, thank you so much for the 20. Today at the bank, an old lady asked me to check her balance, so I pushed her over. YouTube, we do not condone elder abuse. That was in the pre-stream, and that was very funny. Thank you, Drew, for the 20. And the first donation of the night. So yeah, we'll be talking about that a little bit more. I guess we could start with that topic, because who doesn't love yapping about Naughty Dog and Neil Cuckman? I just... It pisses me off so much when people like Neil Druckmann say, I can do no wrong. And there are some creatives out there, right, that ultimately, like, people are going to forgive them, kind of, like, no matter what they're doing or what they're saying. But even with those people, there still comes a point where you're going to push people away. Like, you might have a lot of general support, and there might be people who will, like, go to bat for you and say, well, everybody's a racist bigot if they criticize, but ultimately, you're still going to lose support. You just have to hope that there's enough supporters gained versus supporters lost. And Naughty Dog's not in a great place right now. I mean, let's hope for Neil Druckmann's sake that Intergalactic ends up being good, because I don't want to say it's only his fault, right, that Last of Us Part 2 went so poorly, but it's primarily his fault that Last of Us 2 went so poorly. And then the TV show lost a significant amount of viewers because of the decisions made with, like, Abby and Joel. And I didn't see any sort of numbers that indicated, or like any polls that were done that indicated that The Last of Us as a franchise gained like a ton of new supporters because of the show. I feel like generally for season 1, yes, there were a lot of, we'll just say, like, TV normies that ended up watching the show. But the Joel and 1 decision in season 2 lost those people. A lot of people abandoned the show. The viewer counts significantly dropped and the ratings significantly dropped for it, of course, proving that gamers were correct and that it was a stupid story move, even though Neil Cuckman had previously said, oh my gosh, you guys are just bigots for criticizing this. But we were proven right, and I feel like they lost so many of those, like, normie viewers that, like, you've already pushed the gamers away. Do you really think that, I don't know, the few, like, TV viewers that you gained are all going to buy PlayStations to play your game? Like, sure, maybe a small portion of them will, but I just don't think that the majority of them are going to. I think their mentality is very, very odd. That it's like, oh, it's perfectly fine if you attack customers. I've always thought that it was weird, though, with companies. A little bit of pushback is one thing. A little bit of, hey, don't be mean to our actress is one thing. But when everybody on a project is, like, doubling down and saying you're racist and sexist multiple times, yeah, that's doesn't really sit well with me. I can forgive or like look past one statement that could be seen as like a slight towards gamers. But when you push it into that territory of using like ists and phobes, well, then you're going to get fucking wrecked, and you deserve it. In GTA, of course. YouTube, don't ban me. We need to be extra careful now. Corey, thank you for the 5. If you're American when you go into the bathroom and American when you come out, what are you while you're in the bathroom? European. That's a good one. Thank you for that. Thank you for the 5. Ghost, thank you for the 10. Vera, thank you for being the best voice in this apocalypse. You also have been the voice of reason and have the best genes around. Oh, racist. NZ. Let's throw in transphobe. Hater. Loser. What other insults can we come up on the fly? See, I'm just not good at this. Man, I'm just not good at this. Thank you, Ghosts, for the 10. You always give me hope. We're not doomed. I don't necessarily think that we're doomed, but also, you're doomed because YouTube's gonna nuke your account now for bringing up the best jeans thing. Sorry about that. Minimal effort. Thank you for the 11 months. I love that Tati Gabrielle actually has hair except for when she's in a movie or a video game. Then it's bald boss babe time. Yeah, it's like, is she writing this shit into her contracts or what? I think she had hair in You. The first season that she was in the show You, which I think was season 3, she did have hair. But in season 5 or 6, whatever fucking season just got done, the end of the show, I don't think that she had hair. Damn. I guess I never realized that. Yeah, I don't know why, like, this is the decision that they're like, that even she wants to go with. You'd think that she'd be like, yeah, I don't want people to fucking call me an ugly hag again, but hey, power to you, sister. Have fun being a fucking loser. Everybody hates you for a reason. Walker, thank you for the 34 months. Weekend 2 of the Battlefield beta starts on the 14th. I'll be playing it. I mean, not that I play video games because I'm a girl. And apparently girls aren't allowed to play video games. But if I was to play video games, I'd say that I am going to play it. I don't know. Will we stream it on Thursday or will we stream it on Friday? Questions. Lots of questions, not a lot of answers. Don't ask me anything. But thank you for your support. She had hair sometimes in the 100. I've never even seen the 100. So, I'm a fake TV viewer. It's TV, right? It's TV show? Series? Yeah, it is. The same people that we're hating are gonna play that game. Intergalactic star Tati Gabrielle responds to the trailer backlash. Of course, this is a gamer article, so you know they're about to say, "Slay, Queen! Attack those chuds!" Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet's lead, and Total Legend. So fucking cringe. So, George Foster. You know, George was fucking massively respecting Tati Gabrielle while he was writing this article one-handed. I've all responded to the unearned backlash. Unearned? She literally said that we're all racists and fucking sexists and we're incels. And she said, "Are you mad, bro?" What do you mean? What do you mean it was unearned? Unearned backlash. The reveal trailer got and said it's only motivated her to work even harder. Okay, so what I don't understand is you're a fucking voice actor. How do you work harder? This is the thing that gets me is she technically the mocap actress as well? You know what? I'll give her the benefit of the doubt because I'm a nice, generous person. She's reading lines another person wrote and acting out a action sequence that another person is directing. All she's doing is copying. It's not like she's the one sitting here, 500 hours of writing every fucking month. You know, what do you mean she's gonna work harder? And also, Why wasn't she working hard in the first place? Although Naughty Dog has gotten its fair share of flack over the past few years for focusing too much on remasters instead of new projects, yeah, guys, that's surely the only reason Naughty Dog's caught some flack over the past few years. It's still one of the best developers out there by a country mile. No, it's fucking not. I'm sorry. Listen, maybe I'm not somebody who has, like, insane Naughty Dog nostalgia, but Naughty Dog's made some good things. I wouldn't say Naughty Dog's ever created, in my opinion, absolutely legendary games. I'm talking like the top of the fucking food chain. Sure, they've created some really good things, really fun things, but the best in the industry? Not after Joel in 1. That's why we were all looking forward to finding out what its next big game after The Last of Us Part 2 is going to be, because we all just love The Last of Us Part 2 so much. We just loved it so much. It was such a good game. What a nice story. Those hopes were answered at the Game Awards, where it was revealed that Naughty Dog was making a new sci-fi adventure. Can I just also say, why do I fucking specify? The only reason you guys are here is because I'm saying. I don't know if it's just me. I am so sick of these generic ass sci-fi games. And I love sci-fi. And there have been a lot of good sci-fi games. But every developer's making them. I guess you could also use the argument that, like, well, technically, there are lots of developers making fantasy games and Souls-likes. You're bald and ugly. Don't criticize my take. Souls games are better. Fantasy games are better. It's just that simple. Sadly, Intergalactic was instantly met with a ton of backlash simply due to the fact that it's another game from a studio that stars a woman. If they announced a Tomb Raider game and Lara Croft had the biggest fucking titties she's ever had in a game, people would be praising it because it stars a woman. This is the problem with this argument, is that it's so easy to turn it back around on you too. These journalists will do anything possible to keep their shill status because they'd be completely irrelevant otherwise. These people are stupid. Clint, thank you for the 2. Nothing is sci-fi anymore. It's all sci-fi now. That is kind of true. You know what? I'm screenshotting that. I'm gonna fucking steal that from you, Clint. Thanks for the 2. You're not wrong. Hey, sci-fi did create some good shows. Don't ask me what they are off the top of my head. If I looked at a list, I could probably pick out 2 that were decent. But yeah. She knows as well as we do that everyone will play it anyway. Is Ryan here still? I don't think Ryan's here still. I know for a fact Ryan won't play that shit. After the Naughty Dog crusade? No, not gonna happen. I mean, there are going to be a group of people that generally say that they don't like Naughty Dog. You are here? Ryan, are you gonna play? Are you gonna play this shit? Are you gonna play Intergalactic, the Heretic Prophet? And I won't play it. Hell yeah! That's what I thought. There's bound to be a group of people who, like, they had previously criticized Naughty Dog and said that they weren't going to play another Naughty Dog game, that are going to play it, but also, when this shit comes out, it will have been a decade since The Last of Us Part 2 came out. So, of course, there's going to be people who ultimately, I don't know, abandon the boycott effort, or are willing to give them another chance because it's been so long. But going into a product release with the mentality of the haters will still play it is so fucking brain dead. Especially given how easily gamers boycott products now. That's so stupid. It really, truly is. Naughty Dog plus gay black barreled woman. Damn. Equals fuck. Now I feel like I just said a slur. I'm getting canceled because of Ryan. Tati Gabrielle is a legend for 450,000 people. Thank you for the 2. And King, thank you for the $4.99. I plan on possibly doing something along the lines of Star Wars meets the Evil Dead. Basically, evil space lich causes galaxy-wide zombie apocalypse. See, that's unique. But what's not unique is mean, bald woman is hated by everyone because she abandoned her team and she has to redeem herself. That's not interesting. The Last of Us Part 2 ran into the same problem with Ellie and Abby. If the problem is woman, why game with woman sell well? Why did the first game sell well? Why do, I don't know, 850 million other games with women sell? Why has Bayonetta sold? Why did Tomb Raider sell? Why did Horizon sell? Why did... You know, it's another problem. If it's just that men hate women in games, then why is it that games with women sell any copies? Stupid. So it didn't come as much of a surprise to see Intergalactic being received the same way, even if the backlash was a whole lot louder. Tati Gabrielle has been fairly open about how she feels about the controversy in the past, but she shared some more thoughts during a recent interview with this random person, this random outlet. Listen, this is also really fucking weird, is when a company will go to the most random of small content creators because they're just desperate for somebody who's gonna shill for them. That's also a really bad look, but I digress. As pointed out by a Twitter user, by the way, it's called X now, Gabrielle was asked about the backlash that Intergalactic has received since it was announced. In response, she admits that it was hurtful to know that there was so much hatred. Wow, guys. It's almost like if you call people incels and racist losers, you're going to face backlash. It reminds me of what the Collective Shout women said a couple of days ago, where they were like, we've been facing so much backlash. Yeah, there's 3.5 billion gamers across the world and you're trying to get video games censored. What the fuck did you expect people to do? Be nice to you? Stupid. In response, she admits that it was hurtful. She said, it's sad to see that video games, even more than TV and film, you have so much world to play with. We can demonstrate what the world can be in ways and worlds we could never dream of. To know that there was so much hatred and so much backlash, it was hurtful. You know what else is hurtful? Calling people fucking racists. Pretty weird to me. Also, why is this literally the worst article I've ever seen written? It doesn't even use her full quote. The whole point is that they bring you in with the people that are hating or gonna play it. They don't even bring that up in this article. Why are they so stupid? Anyway, she had said the same people that were hating are gonna play that game, and guess what? They are gonna love it, so they can be mad. This is the new face that really triggers me. That right there, it makes me visibly cringe. Oh no. Does she think that, like, that's a cute face? Does she think she's funny? Is she quirky? She's literally so quirky, guys. She's so quirky. You'd think for being an actor, you'd be better at fucking acting. So stupid. That face really bothers me. Wheezy, thank you for the 2. I love a good Vera rant. Thank you for the support. Much appreciated. Yeah, that her faces are, whew. Yeah, her, her, I guess we'll just say they were supposed to be comical faces are they're pretty bad. They're pretty bad. I really hope more people don't attack her. It's insane how weird people are. You know what you can do if somebody's bothering you? And chat, you know, I'm about to fill you in on this absolutely amazing piece of information. And so listen carefully. This is maybe life-changing. I'm about to give Tati Gabrielle a free piece of information that I could have charged her hundreds and hundreds of dollars for. Chat, you're getting a front row seat. Shut your fucking phone off. If somebody is bothering you on the internet, shut your goddamn phone off, brother. Get off social media. Go outside. It's really just that simple. If someone is bothering you, you can block them. You can mute them. You can close your tab. You can delete the application off your phone. You can ignore them. It's just that simple. Really, really, really not rocket science. Look at this fucking guy. Chase on X. Cook 'em, Tati! Slay Queen! Man, people are insufferable on social media, huh? She's about... Whew. I'm taking this very seriously. She's about to deliver one of the greatest performances of all time in what I'll call one of the upcoming greatest game of all time. The haters don't matter. Brother's literally admitting that he's just gonna fucking chill even if this is slop. I'm already gonna call it one of the upcoming greatest games of all time. You haven't even seen any gameplay. You saw like a 2-minute teaser of her sitting on a ship drinking out of a soda bottle. What do you mean? I think that this is so funny. It's so good. One of the greatest performances, not just of the year, not even just of the decade, guys, of all time. You know what? I get it. He's brain dead. She's brain dead. They're like two peas in a pod. The hatred isn't on her. Well, I don't know if I necessarily agree with this anymore. I think that now, because she has attacked people so many times, and she's melted down so many times, that there is hatred being levied towards her. If initially, right, this was the claim, I'd say, yeah, it's really not towards her. Sure, she's an activist, but even that doesn't, it does bother people, but it still doesn't bother them as much as if you see an actor or an actress directly attacking gamers. Like, you want to profit off of us, and yet you have openly admitted to hating our guts? Like, that's so stupid. You know what, guys? I hate to admit it, but I'm just gonna come out and say it. Men are stupid. Men are ugly. Men are bad. You all are bigots. What else could I say? See, this is... You know how brain dead that would be? Why? Why would you hate the people that are the reason you have a career. Stupid. Stupid. Drew, allies. America. Oh, America sucks. America's the worst, Drew. Thank you for the $9.99. Okay, and yeah. Feelings hurt. I'm reporting you, Vera. That is what it is. You know, what do they say? Like you're doing a good job if people absolutely hate your guts. She's the next Rachel Zegler. I still think that Rachel Zegler is, well, I don't know. Is Rachel Zegler worse than Tati Gabrielle? Because this isn't the first time Tati Gabrielle's done something like this. It's just that it's the first time that she's done it in the video game industry. Because when her season of You had came out in like, I don't know, 2021 or something, 2022 maybe, she had said anybody criticizing her was like a piece of shit. So she hasn't even just exclusively done this to gamers. Very, very smart business practice, may I add. Bookmarking this so I can come back and laugh when it fails and the studio gets shut down. I don't think that Naughty Dog's gonna get shut down because of one game being a failure, but yeah, probably smart to book it. I agree. You people never learn. Save my post, do it. Because when this game flops, and it absolutely will, I want you to have my prophecy handy for when the coping and seething starts. Guys, do we think that this game is going to come out and be a success? I don't think so. I don't think so. How exactly does one go harder on reading from a script? Exactly! That's what I'm saying. I don't understand it. How does that make sense? It's not like she's a writer or an editor or, I don't know, a costume designer or something like that. Like, she's just reading from a script. Is she delusional? No, she's DEI illusional. Trash. No, I'm really not going to play it. And I think that, again, there will be a certain overlap of people who will play it because they know Naughty Dog and there's Naughty Dog love and nostalgia. But I think a lot of people are going to be pushed away by all of these statements. Now, maybe because this game isn't coming out anytime soon, it will potentially work out in her favor. I think that during next week's Gamescom event, they are going to be showing off Intergalactic gameplay. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty sure that because Gamescom is next week, they will, yeah, be showing it off. Because otherwise, why would they have her, like, making all of these statements? Whatever. It doesn't matter to me. You're stupid. Bad take. L plus ratio. And you can't expect people to support you when you hate their guts. So, yeah, bad look for her. FBC Firebreak. This was the Remedy game. What's its player count out right now? I want to quickly tell you guys that this game is getting an update in September. Last time I checked, it was at like 100 people in game, maybe? Let's see. What's it at? What's it at? Oof. Guys, the game's getting a big update in September. It's gonna be real good when the 8 people playing. They're really updating this game for a single lobby of players. Ooh. That's not very good. 19. Guys, do you think if we buy this game right now, we could get a lobby? Well, let me rephrase. We could get the lobby. Whew. Mary, did you see the new woke girl boss game? Echoes of the End. It flopped hard already. I have not seen it. No. Echoes of the End. Echoes of the End. What is it? What is it? 201 people. 558. Who's the developer? Mikeyer Games and publisher Deep Silver. Big publisher. But never heard of this studio. What have they made? One game? Okay. What is Echoes of the End? Store. Embark on a perilous journey to rescue your brother and prevent a looming war. Harness the power of devastating magical abilities to conquer enemies, traverse treacherous landscapes, and unveil the history of Ama. Mixed. Oof. What is this? Is this like a fantasy game? Visually, it looks good. Is this an indie game? I mean, I've never heard of this studio. They've only made one game. So I'd assume it's a small team. I don't think that it looks terrible. What's woke about it? Because I haven't played it. I haven't looked into it. I mean, visually it just looks like Avowed. But Avowed was made by thousands of people. And if this was only made by a team of like, I don't know, 20 people, then that's pretty impressive for a tiny team. Avowed would have been like approached very differently or with a different mindset if it was made by an indie team, but it wasn't. I don't know, that picture of her doesn't look too bad. Let's look at another. Is there another picture of her face? Perhaps. Whoa, where'd it go? Come on. I mean, I don't know where this is set, but it probably it's got to be like Norse inspired. So a woman who looks like this doesn't necessarily make sense. I mean, I know that there's like magic and shit, but that doesn't make sense. What's her story? Is her story woke? Why'd they make this decision? The voice acting's trash too. Fascinating. I'll have to look into it. She looks strong. She does look... Yes, like Forspoken prequel. Yes, kind of. She does look a lot like Frey. I mean, I don't think her character model's ugly. I just think that it makes no fucking sense why there's a strong, independent black woman in fucking a Norse setting. Is this just like God of War? Is that all this is supposed to be like? Ooh. Yeah, she does look very angry there. That's for sure. I don't think that the game itself looks terrible. Like, the visual style. The combat looks okay. But... uh-oh. It's launch day, and there's already performance issues. The game has been live for around 5 hours now, and as expected, we're seeing user feedback pouring in. We're thrilled to see you all finally be able to enjoy Rin's story. Oh my fucking god. Frey, Rin... Why? What? Can we have names that are more than fucking 4 letters? Holy shit. But unfortunately, we're seeing that some of you are experiencing some performance issues. I'm not trying to be a bitch, but when there's only 558 people playing a game, it's pretty bad when those 500 people are probably going to refund because it's got technical difficulties. We want to assure you that we are actively looking into these reports and we'll be moving forward with patches to address this rapidly. Ooh, guys, they're real serious. They made the word rapidly bold. Very, very serious. How long is this game? Zara's Shield. Rin Core. What unique, riveting names. YouTube. Let's go to YouTube. Oh, also, go subscribe to the second channel if you haven't already. Echoes of the End full game. How long is this? Part 1. No. Give me the full game. Give me the full game. Okay, you're not gonna give it to me. Echoes of the End game length. 14 to 15 hours. Okay. Sure. Sure. What on earth is this game? I don't know, brother. I do not know. Is that another character? Wait, was that her? I'm confused. Is everybody just black? Whoa, wait. That character looked pretty good. Oh, man, of course the villains are white men with modern haircuts. Why wouldn't they be? You guys expected anything different? Of course, the villains are white men. Okay. That's gotta be like her brother. It's gotta be. Okay. That character looks interesting. Oh, she's mad. Okay. I want to see some fucking gameplay. This really does just look like Forspoken. Again, if this was made by a team of, I don't know, 5 people, then I guess it seems kind of impressive. But not impressive story-wise, that's for sure. I mean, I haven't even listened to any of this audio, and I already know enough. I already know enough. Okay, I'm putting $50 on Renoir boating us. Renoir here is definitely turning his back on us. He's gonna stab us in the back. I'll look into the game. I don't know anything about it. So, yeah, I'll look into it. I mean, if it's short, we could stream it. Nobody wants that. It's like Flintlock Siege of Dawn. It's very similar to like Forspoken, Flintlock, yeah. But a lot of these games are so fucking similar and they're all so bad that like it's not a good comparison. That's for sure. Stop feeding her trash, guys. We'll never get out of this slop loop. What do you mean? We played Wu Chang. Wu Chang wasn't slop. Mafia wasn't slop. To be fair, though, like, the 4 games we played before that were pretty slop. Like Tales of the Shire and Death Stranding 2. Yep, Bonanza wasn't bad. And then Creature Kind. Liza P was good. There was only a couple slop games in a row. It could have been worse. But yeah, I'll look into this game. I don't know anything about it, so I have no commentary to give on it. Anyway, time to move on. Guys, if you didn't hear, Even Steam is having a new problem today. We can't ever just have a good day anymore, huh? Because now, apparently Steam is, well, it's an issue with PayPal. It's Steam and PayPal. Because PayPal has notified Valve that the acquiring banks are terminating paying for Steam purchases in any other currencies except euros, Canadian, Japanese yen, Australian, USD. What's GB? What's GBP? GBP currency. What is that? Oh, it's pound sterling. Okay. So, Steam, PayPal, unavailable update. In early July 2025, PayPal notified Valve that they're acquiring banks for payment transactions in certain currencies, was immediately terminating the processing of any transactions related to Steam. This affects Steam purchases in the currencies. We hope to offer PayPal as an option for those currencies in the future, but the timeline is uncertain. So, yeah, this is another problem to add to the already large list of problems with Valve and just payment processors in general. There's a pretty big Reddit thread on this over on the official Steam subreddit, 3K upvotes. Couple hundred comments. I thought we could go through some of them. I don't want to be a complete doomer, right? I don't think that the internet and the games are gonna fucking cease to exist tomorrow. But maybe we'll be cooked. Not right now. No, maybe not right now, but maybe soon. Listen, I think Gabe needs to get off his fucking ass and stop buying luxury yacht companies for billions of dollars. And I think he needs to maybe figure out what's going on with this fucking platform. Just saying. Out of pure curiosity, I called PayPal's Polish hotline about this. Just like people do with Steam and itch.io games. Short version, the lady insisted I contact Steam because they were the ones who pulled the plug because Steam prefers customers to use their balance. When I read the information in my Steam shopping cart, she got irritated and said she'd provide all the information and then hung up mid-sentence. I think that it's always funny when we see this happen. One group or source will say, oh, go to the other group. And then the other group will say, go back to the first group. And it's always a clusterfuck. And Valve hasn't made any, like, specific statement about this, except for what it says on the Steam support page. But I feel like they probably are going to have to make a long, lengthy statement. And they really should make another statement on the original payment processor situation and them outing Mastercard. I feel like they probably should be talking about this as much as possible, because if they do that, then more gamers will be aware of it, more gamers can complain, and of course the more gamers complaining, then the more, I guess, chances are that we'll get something changed. The higher the likelihood of things being changed is, it's hard to say. I know. Again, I don't want to be a complete fucking doomer here, but all of this censorship hit at once because it makes it hard for people to keep track of all of the censorship. What I'm interested in is why these acquiring banks are ditching foreign currencies. Yeah, that's another good question. This is super fantastic customer service. In other words, they don't want you to ask questions. Oh, of course they don't want people to ask questions. Because if you ask questions, then they're going to have to give you answers. And if enough people ask questions, then they're going to be forced to make public statements. And when public statements are made, more people pay attention to it. So, yeah. Why? The banks can fuck you over for no reason. Maybe they're implementing some sort of local payment. In Malaysia, they removed PayPal and made you buy eClub eCash gift cards instead. We couldn't use PayPal on Steam for almost 10 years now. It sucks though. My bank would randomly block purchases on Steam on my credit card because they consider Steam high risk, or whatever that means. You have to call them to unblock Steam, but after a few months the block comes back up. Really infuriating. Yeah, that is yeah, that's kind of crazy. Abysmal dog shit. Took them a month to put an official statement on it. Why? Seems like an arbitrary decision, and if it's unrelated to the censorship, it's in very bad timing. If I had to guess, Valve was hoping to offer something better than because PayPal felt like it, but PayPal isn't playing ball. Yeah, I do agree. I do definitely agree that they were probably hoping to get some better answer or come to some, I don't know, agreement or conclusion, but they couldn't come up with anything. Didn't PayPal own Honey? Didn't Honey scam a whole bunch of people? I got rid of my PayPal. Brave browser did the same exact thing. I'm not on Brave right now, I swear to fucking God. I swear, guys, I'm not using Brave browser right now. I swear I'm not. I swear. It's just a coincidence. I've been framed. As someone who stopped using PayPal a long time ago, I'm not affected anymore. But I remember when I was a younger gamer, back in my day, PayPal was the easiest way for me to do online transactions, such as buying games on Steam. So yeah, that's a big hit for a lot of gamers. Stop using PayPal. They're operated by actual devils. I mean, they're ran by devils. The government's ran by lizards. We can't fucking win. Hey! Hi! Can I help you? Oh, hello! I was kidding about the lizards. I swear, I'm just kidding about the lizards, man. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding around. Hi, what's up? What can I do for you? What's going on? I was just kidding about the lizards, right, guys? Right, guys? He's too young for this. We're kidding about the lizards. It's a joke. Oh, well. Okay. He's on the other side now. He's like there. Anyway. This is happening now. And of course, like usual, gamers are furious, and rightfully so. Price gouging already started on Amazon. Holy fuck. That is insane. That's crazy. That's crazy. I mean, I can't say I'm shocked. Is that a Switch 2 box? Where? A Switch 2 box? I mean, I do have a Switch 2. I don't see the Switch 2 box, though. Isn't it up on my shelf? But yes, I do have one. Invest in Steam gift cards. Apparently. Wow, they still throw a fit. I don't feel bad with the legislative kick in the nuts that's coming to them soon. Alright, stop using PayPal. There are 3 trillion other solutions out there anyway. Credit cards. I don't think bro's been paying attention to the news. I think that bro is not really paying attention. He's got about 5% of the fucking picture right now. Credit cards. Ah, yes, because we can trust credit card companies, guys. Bank transfers, Apple Pay, Google Pay, various national systems like Mobile Pay in Denmark. Very specific. Guys, I gotta move to Denmark to purchase things now. Who's joining? Who's with me? JD, thank you so much for the 10. Much appreciated. Thank you. Hope you're doing good. Why hasn't Valve made their own payment processor yet? They're big enough to do it. That would be pretty Chad. I just gotta be honest. That'd be pretty cool. JD, thank you for the second 10. So thank you for the 20. Much appreciated. Thank you. I'll be most likely covering this in a video tomorrow. Oh, also, go. Much appreciated. I'll probably be covering this in a video tomorrow. There's so many, like, little topics that I have to cover, which, hey, at least I'm doing the live stream. That's the nice thing about doing discussion streams every once in a while. I mean, I like talking, right? We have so many games that we usually have to get through, so talk streams go on the back burner, but there's a lot of topics all the time, especially lately. It's been so much news. Speaking of everything is bad and we're completely getting fucked over, let's talk about YouTube. I'm a YouTuber. I use YouTube. You guys obviously use YouTube. YouTube's massive. YouTube is very impactful. YouTube is also a company, or ran by a company, right, that clearly is not listening to their customers and their viewers. And I know that, you know, companies don't want to have multiple versions of an app. It's like with developers, right? They don't want to have multiple versions of a game for different regions because they're lazy fucks and they just want to have one global version. Yeah, more live streams would be great. More live streams in general. All right, guys, I'm starting live streaming in the mornings at, what time's Geese Gamers? 11 a.m. Eastern. There's only so much time in the day. YouTube is rolling out the AI age identification tomorrow. Now, if you guys don't already know, go to Google, buy your copy of Death Stranding 2, and then you have access to Norman Reedus' face. But that's not gonna be a long-term solution. See, I think that is funny. It is funny. It's funny that we have to scam the system, and the fucking 8-year-olds of this world are using Norman Reedus' face to get around age verification. But tomorrow, YouTube is rolling out their age verification system, which of course is a very, very controversial decision. It is happening worldwide. It is happening with many platforms. And, well, it doesn't look like there is an easy way to fight back against this. This is the problem with everything that's been going on censorship-wise over the past couple of weeks. It's gotten really bad over the past few weeks, is that every company basically decided to launch their new systems at once, so that they were hoping that news about their company would get buried under the news about other companies, and that other companies are doing it. And that's why it's been such a hectic few weeks, because there's, yeah, so many companies doing it. So it says YouTube is officially testing a new age verification feature in the United States, land of the free, guys, attempting to estimate the ages of users regardless of the account's listed birth date. Now, I've already sold my soul to YouTube because I'm a YouTuber, right? So they've already got my fucking information. But I made that choice. And people who are just viewers on this platform should not be forced to make that choice. I chose to give them my info. I chose to, I guess, sell my soul to the devil. But yeah, to watch your videos on your account, this should not be a thing. It really shouldn't. Of course, it's not actually about protecting people. It's about power, and it's about control. It says online safety has been a hot button issue throughout recent months, with many developers and platforms looking to implement more strict age verification software. Several platforms like Discord and Xbox have already begun to roll out new ways to confirm a user's age, with many using AI to distinguish a person's age from their photos. Now YouTube is the next domino to fall in the growing trend. Ah yes, I love living in the equivalent of the CCP. Ah yes! I think it's so funny because I had done a video on that earlier where Riot Games was basically bending the knee to Mastercard, and the problem is that Riot Games is owned by Tencent, which is a major Chinese company. So, like, of course the fucking Chinese developers are gonna side with Mastercard censorship. Of course. Like, that's really not that shocking. But it says age verification and the increased push for online safety for children has hit a fever pitch in recent weeks, partly owing to a new law pushed in the UK. Also, Sephiroth, thank you for becoming a Silver Titan. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. The Online Safety Act officially kicked into action earlier this month, with everything from adult content to horror games being restricted within the region. It's not actually going to protect anybody. It's really just to collect information and be able to control people. Because the articles that have released over the past few weeks have really highlighted that. If a kid is smart enough to scan Norman Reedus's face from the Death Stranding 2 game, first of all, why the fuck does an 8-year-old have a copy of Death Stranding 2? Bad parenting. Second of all, it should be up to parents to monitor what their children do. But third of all, if the kids are that smart, there's nothing that you could do to keep them away from that content that they feel like they want to consume. And so we have to rely on parents to actually do their fucking jobs. It's really just that simple. Steam has even taken this push a step further, with the platform delisting over 100 horror and adult-themed games from the online marketplace. YouTube is now becoming the newest platform to push age verification, though not in the UK. That's insane to me. That's crazy. As reported by Dexerto, YouTube has now begun to roll out its own age verification process in the United States. Great. Love it. The Google-owned video platform will now begin to estimate the ages of users using a variety of information, ranging from YouTube activity to the account's creation date. We're going to get to the point where we're living in the CCP, where in order to boot up a video game or to sign into a video game, you have to, I don't know, enter in your ID and it monitors how much time you're playing or something. We've gotten to that point because, again, if a kid is smart enough to have an AI create an image of a 48-year-old balding man's face, right? The kid is going to find other ways to get around a system. There are parental controls for a reason, and platforms should rely on adults using those and restricting their children from seeing the content they don't feel comfortable with them seeing. It says YouTube has already acknowledged that many fans believe the age estimation function will not be accurate. It won't be. How is it going to be accurate? How? YouTube's new age verification program has already seen significant backlash from fans, particularly towards the verification methods. While YouTube confirmed that the system was already in place with other regions, some users have expressed uncertainty about submitting their official government documents to Google. The change likely will not bend to pushback from users either. Also, another question I have is it just going to be once? Right? Is every 12 months are they going to require you to enter it back in? And if it's not the same person or this, if it's not the same information or the same face, like, are they going to ban your account? Is it just going to be one time? Things like that. And these are pieces of information that I personally believe are crucial that they are not giving us at this point. It says the change likely will not bend to pushback from users either, with the UK's Online Safety Act likely remaining in place despite surveys amassing over 350,000 signatures calling for its repeal. Online safety measures from both individual platforms and local governments will likely continue, though fans have begun to find ways to exploit the system. Some users based in the UK discovered that Death Stranding's photo mode could be used to bypass the systems. With the verification falsely recognizing screenshots or real photos. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of Death Stranding, but god damn it, brother, I love Death Stranding today. Death Stranding is doing something good for us. It's actually providing a decent experience for people. It says many have also suggested VPNs are an effective workaround for age verification systems, allowing users to change their connection to a region lacking the features. The battle for online safety for younger users will likely continue to rage on as more companies become involved in the controversial trend. Also, does this mean you can only have one YouTube account now? Is YouTube going to store that information? So let's say on, I don't know, it can't be that you have only one YouTube account. Are they going to massively change the system where, like, there's so many questions. This is such a big problem. If an ID is uploaded and it's already in the system, are they going to require additional information? Are they going to require you to confirm it? And then is it going to be easier for them to ban both accounts if one account gets banned? I mean, we know that, again, this is just about power and control, so this will probably end up not being in our favor anyway. But yeah, I mean, they're not coming out and straight up saying it, but we know it's all about fucking control. Breaking the Constitution like this will definitely lead to incredible lawsuits that no company can possibly win. We have a constitutional right to watch whatever we want, and I'm confirmed to be 29 at the time I post this. What's next? You have to be 21 to buy GTA 6? This is stupid, and it is an invasion of privacy. My biggest concern is data security. No private company should have access to and be able to store government IDs. There doesn't seem to be any info into how this data is being used, which is not good. That's the thing with YouTube, is that YouTube doesn't technically store the information that I'm giving them. As a content creator myself, YouTube is not the one that is storing photos of, like, my government ID. It's Google AdSense. So it's still an arm of Google, right? But it's different, and it's supposed to be much more secure. You have to do specific things to be able to log into that, like, through that portal. But they can't have everybody creating Google AdSense accounts. So how is YouTube going to store this now? It says, like, the TSA deletes your photo immediately upon verification, but it's unclear if the companies are storing it or not. Either way, your identity is then forever tied to the website. If the UK law gets introduced in the US, this will spell an end to the true internet anonymity. Even if you have nothing to hide, you do not want the government to be able to track your internet usage. It's a slippery slope to loss of control and personal freedoms, which obviously I totally and completely agree with. I think that this is an absolutely terrible move, and companies should not be doing this. And of course, as somebody who is in the United States, right, I expect to be able to have certain freedoms and certain protections, and at this point, I don't, and a lot of people don't. Again, like, me being a YouTuber aside, if I was just a normal person, I shouldn't be forced to upload my ID to prove that, like, I'm an adult. And I know that they've said, oh, it's going to be like a wide range of factors. And if you click on one CoComelon video or one Roblox video, that doesn't necessarily mean that the AI is going to require you to give this information. But my problem with that argument is that AI can be broken. And if AI is broken, AI will basically make everybody enter in their IDs. So AIs are very oftentimes overzealous in their monitoring. And so I don't trust that this is only going to happen for, like, I don't know, 2% of all the people's accounts that are supposed to be over 18. It's a slippery slope. And that's the problem. It is an extremely slippery slope, as all censorship is. So, yeah, not good. Not good at all. I'm a YouTuber, right? I like YouTube as a platform. I think YouTube is a decent platform. It's got problems, though. And every company now is going to have problems, and every platform's going to have problems. I mean, even TikTok. I don't particularly give a fuck about TikTok, but it's like with the NSFW sex simulator games. I'm not gonna play those NSFW sex simulator games. I don't care about the content itself, but I care that it has a right to exist. And in this case, what the fuck? This is an account with 1 million followers. 1 million followers, getting 4 million views a video. Clearly, they're receiving revenue for the videos. Therefore, they're clearly over the age of 18. And if they're not, again, argument's sake, that means that they would have an adult signing off on it. So this, to me, strikes me as something like TikTok has 2 separate systems. So is YouTube going to have that as well? Well, even though your account's technically monetized and it's been monetized for X amount of years, right? They're going to require you to re-enter in your information. Bad. Bad news. Chibi Reviews had said forced ID verification through AI is already hurting multiple accounts on TikTok. And another problem is that it's so hard to actually talk to real people nowadays, like on customer service lines. So often you call a customer service number, or you chat with a customer service chat bot, and that's the problem. It's all AI. It's so hard to actually talk to a legitimate human being who's going to understand the problem. Bad. In a few days, YouTube will soon have a similar system using AI to detect if you're a child or not. Yep. I'm not a child. I'm not a child. They're gonna question it. And it's not actually about protecting people. It's about controlling people. I don't know how about TikTok, but on YouTube, this will backfire spectacularly. Many will probably just leave the platform and move to Rumble or somewhere else. The problem is YouTube is too big. It's too big. You can't get even 50% of the normies that are on the platform to boycott. It's an issue. Appeal denied, account deleted. Enjoy the digital decline. This is why so many video game companies have pushed for live service to become popular. They didn't just push for live service because, oh, haha, we think that it's a new, good type of game. They pushed for live service online-only games because they can monitor how much time you're spending in a game. They can monitor your chats. They can control you. They can ban you. They can delete your accounts. And that's a problem too, because even though we've seen multiple live service games come out and them fail because they're just genuinely fucking bad games, now we're also going to see even more of them fail because people, I think, right? And now obviously I don't know for sure, but I think that now with the way that like digital media is going and the way that the internet's going, we're going to see an even higher percentage of these games failing because people don't want to support them and being online only all the time. Imagine giving away your biometrical data to play Kill the Justice League. It's not even funny. It's not even funny. Yeah, that's pretty bad. I just want to play this new game. What is it called? Kill the Justice League. It's gonna be great. Enter in your ID. Sure. I sold my soul to the government to play this fucking dog shit. Bot accounts will still somehow not die from this. No, of course they won't, because if it only ever requires you to enter in the information once, then people are just gonna use bots and AI. How do you expect people to take you seriously and just comply? Sure, there is a certain percentage of people who will just comply because they're fucking normies and they don't know what's going on and they figure it's not that big of a deal. But there are going to be so many other people who are not going to comply, which is good. I'm not saying it's not good. It is good that there are people who will not just blindly comply. But there's a lot of people that are just going to say, whatever, they need my information, I'll give it to them, because they don't understand the dangers. I get it. There's people out there who think the government cares about you, the government wants to protect you. Why isn't the government going after this? Why isn't the United States fucking government going after this, huh? The only thing we've gotten was the executive order, which is good, but again, now there's like 50 other problems on top of just that one thing. Because this is a completely different issue. You gotta use your social number in Korea for some online games for over a decade now. Yep. And in China, you only get a certain amount of time you can play games every day. Russia's the same. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Lawsuits need to happen en masse against the UK government. And any and all companies going along with this BS, make them hurt, do not let up, do not give in. Protests need to happen en masse anywhere in the world where this is happening. Our collective voices will be heard, and they will damn well like it. Yeah, I mean, that's why I've been covering the situation so much, because I think it's so important to cover. I think that it is. Man, I fucking hate this. I fucking hate life. I refresh my goddamn X account and see that one of my highly anticipated games is fucking delayed. Oh my god, you know what? Just take my internet access away now, man. There's no fucking point anymore. I've been waiting for this game for like 5 years now. When are you guys gonna release this shit? I'm done. I'm done, man. This is stupid. Crimson Desert delayed to Q1 2026. Stupid. Very, very freaking stupid. Anyway, the EU is giving platforms 12 months to deploy strict age verification. We see the Steam payment situation happening. Oh yeah, Italy, Greece, Denmark, France, and Spain begin developing ID age verification, similar to the Online Safety Act. I don't want to be a doomer, but we're kind of cooked. So, yeah. That's all that I really had to discuss with that topic. I will be making a video on this now that it's finally rolling out tomorrow. Pretty bad. Pretty bad. Is Vera a guy, according to Collective Shout? Yes. Yes, I am. I'm a man, according to them, because I criticize them. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, so there. Oh my god, we're blind. We're blind. What is this? Ugh, refresh. Speaking of Collective Shout. Woo! We get to cover Collective Shout again! I love it! I love it so much. I love covering this stupid fucking company. Well, organization. Coralie Allison, Movement Operations Manager at Collective Shout. Can I just say really quickly? Hate intended. She's really rocking the Karen cut. You know who she looked like? As soon as I saw her, Casey Anthony. Not a good look. That's not good. There's been a lot of discussion lately around rape and incest games being removed from... I'd hit that band. There's been a lot of discussion lately around these games being removed from gaming platforms like Steam and itch. Here's an extensive collection of journal articles, research papers, and other works compiled and collated by Professor somebody on video and computer games. Is this person actually on X, or are they not? Okay, they are. They just Whoo! Funny, actually. They untagged themselves. Who's this guy? Change the story. Men's violence against women has gendered drivers, factors associated with gender that make this violence more likely, including patterns of male domination, dominant forms of masculinity, etc. So, if you're gonna say that men's physical violence against women is more prominent, I'm gonna say women's psychological violence against men is more prominent. When was the last time you heard a guy calling up a woman's work and trying to get him, a man calling a woman's work and trying to get her canceled? I don't know. I can't think of it. I can't think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, I'm sure that it's happened, right? But if you're saying men are more physically violent against women, I'm just gonna say, well, my opinion, and my opinion is that women are more psychologically abusive towards men. We're just yapping, right? Right? You don't have to provide any proof. I don't either. It's just my opinion. Also, Sam, thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing good. Hello, raiders. What is up? Here's an extensive collection of journal articles. I have not looked at this yet. I opened this. Again, this is being posted by the Movement Operations Manager at Collective Shout. Zod, thank you for the dono. EU, chat control, and age control. Scary, slippery slope, 100%. So let's look at this. What is this? Video games and video and computer games. An update on the effects of playing violent video games. Motherfucker, you is 2004? The best study you have is 2004, 2001, 2010, 2011. They're literally referring back to studies done the year I was born. You don't have anything more relevant? 2016? Am I insane? The newest I see here is 2017. Yeah. Hold on. Okay. 2025. 2024. 2023. 2022. 2021. 2020. 2019. What? 2019? No. 2018. 2017. So you're telling me you want me to take the studies you're referencing seriously when the newest study you're referencing in 2025 is from 2017? I can find 800 better examples to go against the shit you're spewing in 5 minutes. An update on the effects of playing violent video games. Effects of violent video games on aggressive behavior. Violent video games, effects on aggression. Okay. Okay. Okay, here's one. Video games can have a positive impact on children if designed with the right features. Here's another. Are there benefits of video games for kids? Let's see what this says. There are benefits. There are some benefits to video games, including learning computer and technology skills. The benefits have mostly been in response, inhibition, and working memory. Okay, that's good enough for me. There was another. Oh, yeah. Here we go. Video gaming may be associated with better cognitive performance in children. Okay, here's another. I mean, do I need to sit here and do this all day? These are all newer. This one's 2022, 2023. This one's 2023 and 2025. This one's 2024. Like, I'm sorry, but there's no fucking shot you want people to take you seriously when you're referencing articles that are and studies that are 8 years old at the newest. That is so stupid. at least reference something new. Now, of course, we know that ultimately most of these studies are extremely biased and they go into it looking for any information to help promote a specific agenda. But 2017 is really the newest you can come up with? That's insane. That's insane, and no sane human being and no grown fucking adult should ever take you seriously in your entire life. So yeah, this is a problem for her. Savvy said, we both know you'll only ever link crackpots in larger studies with controls that are actually widely accepted. You also won't acknowledge that globally, rapes and poor behavior are down in first world nations and developing ones that as they make rapid progression. Of course, there have been setbacks thanks to gangs in the UK, which I don't see you talking about. But once again, all of this doesn't matter because you support cuties. Yeah, I mean, it really all just boils down to L plus ratios plus cuties fan. You know what? L plus ratio plus cuties defend. Well, I'm gonna comment it and I'm gonna repost it saying that. Hold on, very important journalism going on right now. Very important journalism going on right now. There we go. Whew! Just did more journalism than the 3 people that work at Kotaku. There's been a lot of discussion around how we're going to get feminist groups out of gaming too. Why are you even here? You don't play games. That is true. Stay out of games, pedo movie praising bitches. It's not funny, but if I was to laugh, would that make me sexist? Hate speech in real time, guys. A death threat just flew over my building. Ignore the demons defending their rape games. Degenerates squawk the loudest. You know what I think is funny about this argument? Is that these are the same people that were fine with Game of Thrones. And listen, I'm fine with Game of Thrones, right? I don't think that Game of Thrones is the most degenerate dog shit, but these people watched it. You're not fucking fooling me. And if we need to start banning anything with adult themes, with like rape or incest, okay, well then we're banning the fucking history of the Habsburgs. We're banning, I don't know, like such a large, I don't want to put it like a percentage on it because I don't truly know, but we're banning like, I don't know, 70% of all historical records because one person was either born of incest, committed incest, knew somebody, was related to somebody about incest. Like, we're talking about about so much history needing to fucking be banned. And not even just incest, right? Rape, war, brutality. I mean, we might as well just ban history. Might as well at that point. I don't care about the content that is in these games. I don't care about sex simulators. I'm not going to consume this content, but I am going to defend their rights to exist. Yep, I am going to, because might not be content for me, but at the end of the day, it is pixels, and violence in video games doesn't make you terrible. Consuming sex in video games doesn't make you terrible. All these different things. Hey Karen, 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 hey Karen. Hey Karen, hey Karen, hey Karen. Ooh. Next line. Hey Karen. It's just that simple. Stop changing the subject. We are against censorship. Nobody believes you. We know everything. This is also another major issue with these people, is that they don't want to address the real problem that people have because they know that they are going to lose that argument. They know if they say, we're for censorship, and yeah, you guys are just saying you don't support censorship, people will look at them differently. When you use the excuse it's for the kids, it's a Trojan horse in politics. Of course, I as a normal person care about protecting kids. You as a normal person care about protecting kids. Everybody should be worried about protecting kids. But to these people, it's not actually about protecting women or kids. It's about control. Which is the problem. That's the issue with these people and their argument and this discussion. Hey, thanks to your group, my completely SFW game is de-indexed from itch.io. It'll probably never gain momentum and never turn a profit. Thanks. Haven't heard of it, but I'm gonna open up that tab and look at it later. Liberal 2025 edition. Give us our way or else. I mean, this has been going on for over a decade. At this point, even look at Gamergate 1, which I was an architect of at the ripe age of 14, by the way. Yeah. Does any of these articles explain why you go after non-NSFW games too, like the GTA series and Detroit Become Human? Or why you defend a movie where little girls IRL are groomed into dancing suggestively, little bit hypocritical, don't you think? It's okay when they do it. It's not okay when you do it. It's okay when they make a profit off of it, but it's not okay when you do. Yikes. Yeah. I mean, there aren't a lot of responses here, but hey, listen, not that I'm putting a target on Coralie Allison's social media account, but I did repost it and I did leave a comment, so we'll see what happens. How long do you think until she blocks me? Is she active on X? Yeah, 17 hours ago is the newest I see. How long until you think she's going to block me? I give it... I give it... 15 hours. Eddie, thank you for the 99-cent donation. Much appreciated. Thank you, thank you. 24 hours. 1 minute? Absolutely not. She's not that active, I don't think. Maybe she is, I don't know. Collective shout if they unblock their social media. Of course not. Of course not. Anything new on their webpage? Probably not. Ban porn on X. Yikes. I mean, you might not like to look at pornography, and that's fine. You don't have to look at pornography, though. You don't have to look at it if you don't like it. That's the beautiful, glorious thing about social media. That's the beautiful, glorious thing about being online is that, yeah, you don't have to look at it if it bothers you. Nobody is forcing you to play these games. Nobody's forcing you to defend cuties either. That's wild to me. That these people don't even have their narrative fucking straight. Because Caitlin Roper had initially said cuties was fine and why she's not going after it. And then, of course, it switched to, oh, cuties is bad. Caitlin Roper. Gamer. I never looked at her social media. Oh, she hadn't even... Guys, this is... Remember last week during the discussion stream when she blocked me for asking to prove that she's a gamer? Yeah. This is why she blocked me. She's never talked about video games ever. Well, gamers. Let's look at game. Let's look at game 2021. 60 cases where women have been killed by men who claimed it was due to BDSM/rough sex or sex game gone wrong. It's 2021. I probably shouldn't scroll her social media, though. Think we're gonna get banned? Probably. I'll have to look into her. It's like, it's the same thing with, what's her name? The other Collective Shout lady. What's her name? Oh, Melinda. I always want to say Melissa. With Melinda. Tankard Riced. Like, the only times that these people have talked about video games are when they want to attack them or they think that they can gain something from it. Is she a bit freaky? Is she a bit freaky? Varadark for president. Listen, if our society has degenerated so much to the point where I could become president, there's no saving society. Big Mel. Yeah, Melinda Drunkard Rice. Is she a drunk? Probably. Melinda Tankard Rice. Has she blocked me yet? She hasn't. Whoa. Oh, Kennedy. Kennedy's been very vocal on the socials. Has she said anything else about video games? I moved to an all-girls college to escape my school's rape culture. You know what? I'm not trying to be a complete bitch here. I'm not trying to be a complete, like, fucking, like, bigot here. But if there's a rape culture at a school, you probably should be, I don't know, going to the authorities instead of talking to the guardian. I don't know if I was just raised differently to actually go to the authorities if something bad happens. I don't know if we just don't teach kids that anymore. But, like, yeah, I don't know. If that was the case, I'd probably document it and give it to the police. Not go to fucking social media. I don't know. I guess I'm just different. I guess. I don't know. But cops are bad. Yeah. Anytime I see your tweet, seethe, stay bad, vouch, mauled, don't care. I think that Vera, don't forget, she defended 2 Hollywood creeps, the X-Men and Superman Returns. What? How am I just learning about this? Wait, I need more info. Why did I click that? Huh? I know nothing of that. I'm gonna need a journalist to inform me. I'm gonna need a journo to give me information. Also, hello, Rover. Hope you're doing good. But yeah, I haven't heard about this woman before. Coralie Allison. So I'll have to look into her. How many people work at Collective Shout anyway? I feel like every day there's someone new popping up. Or, I guess not necessarily working, but at least affiliated with Collective Shout. That's a lot. A lot of lunatics at this point. And now, is it more or less than Sweet Baby? I don't know. I don't know. Pretty sus. I'll start taking Collective Shout seriously when they start going after TikTok smut. Bryan Singer, the actor? Yeah. And they also listed Kevin Spacey. We need to go after the content that they enjoy. It's only fair. You know what? If you're gonna censor us, suddenly I'm not anti-censorship anymore. It's like when all of this censorship news had started and you had people like Anna Valens coming out and being like, this is so bad! Censorship is bad! You mean censorship is bad now, even though several weeks ago you wanted content creators like Kirsha blacklisted and banned from every social media platform because you don't fucking like her takes? Censorship is only bad when it affects you. You should probably specify. But no, in all seriousness, I'm anti-censorship, and so I have to be consistent in that. And, well, I think that these people are pretty fucking trash, but they could at least be consistent. But they never are. I am offended and outraged. Chris, thank you for the $1.99. I'm also offended and outraged. I agree. I'm an old man. I'm against censorship. Why do these women have any kind of authority? Because they screech the loudest. I don't think that it's just because of Collective Shout. I've been saying this for weeks at this point. I think that Collective Shout maybe got the ball rolling like a couple weeks earlier, but ultimately this was always going to happen. Yep, it was always going to happen. So I don't even really think it's that they have that much power. I don't believe it. Maybe they do. I'd take Sweet Baby Inc. over Collective Shout any day because at least they stand for hot lesbians. Sweet Babies put a hot lesbian in a game? Who? Who? I have never seen a game with hot lesbians that Sweet Babies made. I don't know about that. Nah, we do need more hot women. Yeah, nobody would have a problem with lesbians if they were hot. Honestly, I don't really give a crap about Collective Shout. The thing with Collective Shout is that they're in Australia, right? And Australia is known for being fucking super censorship heavy. So, like, Australia's already kind of past the point of redemption. I hate to say that for my Australian viewers out there. I think I got, like, a couple % Australian viewers. Hold on, let me check. Uh-oh. Rip my Australians. My geography is US at 47%, UK at 6%, Canada 5%, Germany 3%. Oh, the accusations. Australia 3%. Hey, Netherlands. Netherlands is almost above Brazil. Damn. That's what it is. Sorry to my Australian viewers out there. I'm not trying to throw you under the bus, but like, sounds like it's fucking trash there. Sounds like it's pretty bad. Nobody knows what they're doing on that big island anyway. Probably not, no. Netherlands needs to be cherished to the fullest extent. Now you've just put a target on the fucking Netherlands back. Thanks a lot. Hi from the UK. How are you doing? Netherlands love orange. I'm biased. They voted for it. Let it happen. Vera, we have a saying for Australians like Collective Shout. We call them the Down Under because we want to kick them there. Wow. Thanks, guy. We're living in biblical times right now. We're living in some times, that's for sure. Eddie, thank you for the 99 cents. Much appreciated. Guys, well, it's been a talk stream. It's been a fun talk stream. I've been having a good time. But, well, what else do we talk about, you know? Can I say real quick, I'm so fucking sick of X. Did you guys just see that? It said I had a message notification. I click on it, there's no message. I'm being fucking scammed. There's no message. X keeps doing this all the time, over and over and over and over. It says, yup, message, yup, message. There's no fucking message. Bro, there's no message. Stupid platform. Stupid, stupid platform. Anyway. The end of days, we kind of are living it, aren't we? I mean, there's probably 500 different ways that everything could go right now. We could see a total collapse of the internet. We could see a partial collapse of the internet. We could see the collapse of society. Imagine if the internet just disappeared tomorrow. Oh, society would be over. All of our lives would be over. No message! There wasn't. And it happens every single day. I hope nobody's actually trying to message me because I'm not getting your message. Oh, yeah. It's to lure you in. I guess maybe. I mean, I'm already on this stupid platform. I'm already paying to be on this platform. The world would collapse. It really would. It really would. First world problems, Vera. True. True. But, it is what it is. The internet is fun, but if it goes away tomorrow, I wouldn't care if I remember the before times in the long ago. Preach, Rover. I collect enough physical. I still collect physical media too, but the problem is most modern physical media, you still need an internet connection. So, like, that's an issue. Tomorrow's going to be fucked up. Keep in mind, guys, that I don't think everybody's losing their YouTube accounts tomorrow. You know, it's only if the system randomly detects that you might be under 18. If your account is fucking 10 years old and you have 3 credit cards on file, it's not gonna ask you for your ID. Maybe it will. I don't know, but I'd assume not. We're going back to VHS. VHS is good. The aliens get here in November. Why November? They could at least do it now. No one's going to lose their YouTube accounts. No, they're not. They're not going to. But I get it, right? People are afraid. People are nervous. People are pissed. I get that. I'm definitely not ignorant to that fact. But, yeah. Anyway, guys, that is gonna be the end of the stream in a minute. If you have any questions, leave them in chat. Any comments, leave them in chat. I'll be live again on Thursday at 7 p.m. Eastern, I do believe. I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. Maybe the Battlefield 6 beta? Or maybe we'll save that for Friday. But it's either going to be a discussion stream or Battlefield. I need to check to see what time the beta goes live. But I assume the beta goes live probably in like the early afternoon. So we should be good. Not a troll. NASA said they get here in November. Yeah, I don't know anything about that, but I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but I don't believe NASA, if that's true. Vera, is Crimson Desert hopeless at this point? No, it will come out. I'm just sad that it's not coming out yet, because it already could have come out, and I'm excited for it, and I just want to play that stupid game. Black Desert's really fun. I want them to finally release it. It's gonna be a long, long while still. Hopefully you will be live if YouTube doesn't screw with your account. YouTube can't screw with my account because I've already input my age. I've already input my ID because I have this YouTube account that's monetized, so they can't screw with my account. So I'll be live. That's for sure. Now you guys might not be here. But yeah. Is what it is. If we have the early access last week, do we still get the access for this Thursday? This Thursday to Sunday or Monday, it's open access, so anybody can access it. Anybody can access it. Yeah. Rover, thank you so much for the $49.99 super sticker right at the end of stream. Of course, I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for your monetary compensation. Much appreciated. But yeah, guys, with that being said, that's going to be the end of the live stream. Starts at 4 a.m. Cool, that works. Yeah, check out the links in the description. Join the Discord if you're not already a part of it. Check out today's videos if you haven't already watched them. Per usual, new videos tomorrow. I will not be live tomorrow, but I will be live again on Thursday at 7 or 8 p.m. Eastern. If it's a discussion stream, it'll be 8. But if it's not a discussion stream, then I will be live at 7 playing video games. Even though I'm a fake gamer, I've never played a video game in my life. But yeah, links in the description. Follow me on social media, join the Discord, leave a like on your way out if you haven't already. Guys, of course, I appreciate Sephiroth. Thank you for the one euro. Much appreciated. Also, Bilbo is in his box again. But yeah, thank you guys so much for being here the past few hours. Thank you all for your donations, for your chats, for your support, for being here, for hanging out, for stopping by, and have a really good rest of your evening, everyone.